Good morning. Thanks for tuning in to another daily conversation about situations in everyday life. So let's talk about it. So today for me is like day two in my what I'm gonna call my next 6 month plan, right? Of course, I told y'all yesterday I have like a 5 year plan. But within my 5 year plan, I break it down into sections. Like I have 1 year, what I need to do in 1 year, what I need to do in 2 years, what I need to do in 3 years. I have all of those things kind of like mapped out in my mind, but I also break it down into like every year there's something that I need to have done within the next 6 months and then the latter 6 months of that year, right? So for the next 6 months, I'm locked in because there's certain things that I need to be able to do in the next 6 months. I'm really focused on doing certain things with my family, my fiance, my kids. Doing certain things for my with myself, doing certain things with my credit, my finances, my career. All of these little things. There's little parts of it that I'm going to be focusing on in each section, right? And I kind of took a look back when it comes to, I want to talk specifically about just the transition of my family and also the transition of our businesses, you know. It's like to watch how they evolved and to watch how they took a dip and came back up. No one really knows the depths of everything, but me and my fiance knows exactly what has transpired, right? From the outside looking in, many may look at it and call it, dang, has they been struggling? Did they fall off? Yada, yada, yada. And people don't understand that a part of success is what many may consider struggle. I don't consider it struggle. I just consider it navigating through life, right? I see that it doesn't matter what you do in life, there's always going to be a little bit of struggle. There's always going to be a little bit of tussle because that's what kind of breeds progression, you know? And a lot of us don't see that right out the gate. We look at things from a visual standpoint and not really understanding what goes with that visual, because other people's perception will see something and they'll process it as something else when it's not really the real, right? So that's how you'll get those people that may grow with you but may fall off on the journey, because when things ain't looking as pretty as they was in the beginning, people gonna fall off. And that's when you're gonna kind of see who your real dogs them is. You know, you're gonna be able to see who your real friends are, who your real, ride or dies are. Are they gonna be with you through that struggle? Are they gonna still look into being a part of your journey? Or are they gonna say, let me hop off of this train because this train don't look like it's going nowhere? Right? And a lot of times that's just God. That's just God removing the leeches out your life prior to you and your come up, because they may be in your life during your come up and they may be your downfall. You just got to kind of like figure out that not everybody is going to be there. Not everybody is going to they might have started the journey with you. They might have been there at the beginning, but they might not be there. Because when it takes a dip, a lot of people jump ship and they don't come back. They find another ship to hop on, right? And you got to go through that mill and go through that mill. It feels lonely. It's definitely lonely. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely lonely. And when you realize that, dang, like I was really like riding with people. I was really like, going out my way to make sure that they know that I'm here. But when your struggle overpowers your ability to even show up for others like that, you're barely even showing up for yourself. People don't understand that. The outside looking in don't understand that. All they're going to do is say, yeah, they fell off. They see you. I remember going through a period of my life when I was going through the one of the darkest times of my life, and people around me thought I was, losing it. I was mad skinny, mad dark. People started thinking I was on drugs and all. It's something that happens. People don't ask, they just talk. And that's life. You can't escape that. No one is exempt from that because that's the world we live in. But it's for you to process things the way that you need to process them so that you can continue to progress in life. Right? I was watching an interview with Leslie Jones on the Mike Tyson podcast, and this is what she had to say. Just listen to this. I love it. I love the way she put it. Here we go.
People think that we glamorize struggling. We don't. We're glamorizing growing. Struggling is not struggling. It is absolutely part of the training. Just like when you go and work out. Squats don't feel good, but you still do them because they're going to make your legs look good. Repetition. You got to do the work. You are not going to enjoy success until you have failure. People need to understand that when you go through problems and struggling and everything, it builds you as a person, as character. You respect yourself. I got through that. I know I can do this. You start respecting yourself. You start loving yourself.
I like struggle because without struggle, there's no progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Success is only the baby of struggling to me.
No doubt.
Like, that is my favorite part of what she says. Success is the baby of struggle. I mean, that was just so profound for me because a lot of people don't understand when you see a baby come to life. I did that bad boy 8 times. And even though that was crazy for me, my mama did it 16 times. Okay, when you bring forth that baby, everyone sees the beautiful baby. Everyone sees the pureness that is just laying in that little bundle of joy. But no one understands what that woman's body went through for them 9 months. No one understands the pain, the grunting, the swollen feet, the back pains, the cramping, the delivery alone. No one really understands that whole process. They just see the beautiful baby at the end, but they don't see the work that went into nurturing that baby for the 9 months. And that is what success looks like. It's not as pretty and glamorous as the outcome. The journey to it is never fun. It's always a struggle. That's why it's beautiful when you're doing something that you love, because the struggle is going to be there. You can't escape that. All right. But if you love what you're doing while you're doing it, it takes away from the feeling of, man, bump this shit. I ain't doing this no more. It's too much. Like when we started our business, we learned so much in that process, and then life hit. And we had to make a choice. It was either life or to continue what we were doing. A lot of people don't understand when you're trying to build a business and you got a full family. You ain't got no 1 kid. You ain't got no 2 kid. I got a kid in every grade level. Okay. I have 2 kids in high school, 1 kid in middle school, 2 kids in elementary, and then 3 adults that's out there journeying through life that need your guidance every day. So with all of that you having to manage, you're trying to build a business as well. That's a struggle, especially if you ain't got them coins and your coins is really being used to maintain life. How you going to put into your business? So during the time where we had to take a hiatus from our business, you know what we did? We went to the groundwork. We started researching. We started really figuring out other ways to create this business as a hub of many different things so that we can have multiple streams of income, not just through one avenue. It's a lot of us. I got to think of, how am I going to create a trust fund for my kids? Because this 9 to 5 ain't cutting it. I barely can get I got a 401k, yeah, but what I got for my kids? I'm barely paying my bills with what we got. So if I don't hustle on the side and make money on the side, I ain't got no extra outside of what my job can give me. Right? Like I said, I got a big family. It's not cheap. Those of you that just got you alone and 1 and 2 kid, think about how hard it is to get to do little things for yourself, and then double that, triple that. That's what we dealing with over here. So when a lot of people sit and talk about, oh, they fell off with their shirts and that, we didn't fall off. Y'all ain't gonna be ready for what's coming, because we went and restructurized a foundation for our family, something that is not going to be here just for tomorrow, because that's where we were getting, lost in the sauce. It's like you think that you got an idea, boom, just come with that and that's going to pop. How is that going to grow into something that's going to allow you to leave your job? That's going to allow you to take care of you and your children and have generational wealth. A job ain't going to do it. So for me, I got to think in my mind, even if I stayed at this job for 10, 15 years, that's not going to give me generational wealth for my kids. All it's going to give me is sustainability throughout the years. But it's not going to create an avenue for generational wealth. So for me, what I wanted to really focus on is how are we creating something that is going to have longevity in our lives? Like, yeah, we grinding. What we going to grind for? What are we grinding for? What are we preparing ourselves for? Because the struggle is inevitable, but success isn't, right? Because if you don't put the muscle to the wheel, you ain't going to even get through the struggle to make it to the success. So what are you going to prepare yourself with to deal with what's to come? Because I tell you, it ain't easy and it ain't pretty. For those of you that don't have a lot of kids, it's going to be a lot easier for y'all than it was for me. But if your mind is not in the right place, if your thought process is not in the right, pocket, you're going to take that time and it's going to be a struggle. And it's going to lead to failure opposed to success, because you're not going to have the tools to put together to get through that struggle. Because a lot of us, if we don't have the right mindset, we don't have the right circle around us, we're not equipped with the tools to get us through that struggle, we're going to go through it for a month or two and then we're going to give up. That's why so many businesses fail. What we did, we didn't fail. What we did is we took a step back to rebrand. And a lot of people, when they see it not going the way that they want to go, they get rid of it. When it's not really that your business was not good enough for you to continue it. You just might have needed to tweak it a little bit. Tweak your marketing plan. Tweak your structure of your business. Tweak your approach. Tweak your niche. Like, figure out what it is that you really need to do to make it to progression and not just give up, especially if it's something that you're passionate about. Just get around the right people so that you can get the right guidance that you need to accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish in your life. So with that being said, I just want everyone to go out there today. Think about what it is that you want to transform in your life. Put a plan together. Start to brainstorm on how you're going to make that happen. How you're going to, you in school right now, getting your master's, getting your doctorate. What's going to come after that? Right? Where are you going to go after that? You got a child that's about to finish high school. She's about to go to college. He's about to go to college. He might not go to college. He might be going to trade school. Might not go to college. Just might want to work a job. Might not have the drive for college. Might not have the drive for anything. Might just want to work a job. You going to get mad? No, you can't get mad. You got to show him something different. Got to show him something different. Because if all you're doing is a job and then they come up and say, oh, well, that's all I want to do too, you can't be mad at them. That's what you showed them. And they've become content with that. A lot of people are content with where their life is and they're content with their 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong with that. I'm not knocking nobody on that. But for those of you that are like me, where it's like, that's not going to cut it 10, 15 years from now. That's not going to cut it when my grandbabies start to enter this world, right? What can I do to create something that's going to allow me to live the life that I want to live? That's the journey that we're on. That's the journey that my circle is focused on doing within their lives. So if that's something that you want to do, create a circle that's focused on that so that you guys can encourage each other. Join a group, find a community. If you don't know one, you can come join Be Accountable Daily. We will constantly be encouraging you to get to where you want to get to in life. You need the tools. We got some resources. You don't know where to find it. We're going to find it together. That's how you get to where you're trying to get to, is to circle yourself with like-minded people and put that feet to the pedal. With that being said, everyone out there, continue to grind, continue to focus, continue to push through, and become the best version of you.